Questions? Columbus didn't get their first shot on that until 4.5 minutes left. Just how pleased were you with that third period?
Well, we got back to playing the way we were supposed to. Patient, responsible hockey, attack when the situation dictate, play behind their D, create turnovers in the forecheck. I thought we were good in that in spurts in the first and second. That's how we were creating a lot of offense tonight by pressuring their D. So, and then their goalie was seeing the puck well. So, we needed some second and third effort around the net too to get it by him. So, those are things we talked about between periods, and I thought we took it to heart. And as a result, they were getting it out and changing a lot. And that's what happens, right? When you start winning that, let's say field position, but that puck possession battle where they're fatigued by the time they get it, so they can't go on the attack. And that's what I think happened in the third. And eventually wear them down. We got a call, took advantage of it.
You talked about it with Jake a little bit, but Eric now, since the deadline, has 10 points in 6 games. Is there maybe a settling in, like this is my spot kind of factor with him right now?
Well, it was, in my opinion. I mean, we made those changes a while ago, and it's worked out well. Eric's been a big part of that. So, it could bother him because there's some discussion about that, but I never had it with him. I like the job he did, and continues to do. So only he can answer if he had some anxiety about it, but his game was in a good place. We liked what he was doing, and again, I guess Donnie would know better what was available, what wasn't, but at the end of the day, he's responded really well from the moment he was put there until tonight. So good for him. It's helped our team be a better team. It's a good question because the way he played last year, I expected he would be good for us. How's the team playing in front of him? And I think has been good, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we've defended very well from the start of the year till now. Our offense has really picked up the second half here, but so no, I don't think he's exceeded, but we're certainly pleased with where he's at. Because I thought he'd have a good year for us. This summer we talked about that, and if he had a good training camp, got off to a good start, and built kind of from where he left off, then that was a bit the unknown. Was it sort of was it a legit 10, 12 games, whatever he played at the end of last year, or not? And then once we saw him at the start of the year, I thought it was, personally. So, it's somewhere around there anyway, I guess, where I'd say that maybe he's exceeded a little bit, but all in all, we had faith in Sway giving us quality starts. Both guys, I thought we felt good about both of them going into the year. Tuukka was the unknown, to be honest with you, and that didn't work out for Tuukka. But the other two guys, I think, have played up to what we thought they would. You said Marsh, right? Yeah. Well, I thought today he certainly drew a penalty going to the net in the second period. He got frustrated. It seemed like it was a guy was on his back, and those are some of the calls he's not getting. And he just has to find a way to get to the bench and reset. That's just the way it is for him. And I thought he did a great job with it tonight. He went out, was physical. He took his whatever emotion he had coming to the bench, and he took it out in the right manner. He went and finished a check clean and hard, got our attention, got their attention, I'm sure. They had a really good shift. Jake won a puck, second effort. We got it to the slot. Bergie makes a great heads-up play. We end up scoring, but it kind of snowballed, I think, a shift or two before that with some positive energy from Brad. He didn't get upset with the officials and just played through it. And that's the challenge in front of him. I've seen him get cross-checked right in the head by Morrissey. There was another one, no calls, and he's just going to have to play through it. I would hope that at some point he gets the ones he deserves like every other player would, but that's out of my hands. And hopefully, like I said, when he's deserving of drawing a penalty, it goes his way. Well, it says he's mindful of it. And it says he's more valuable on the ice and he has to keep his emotions in check. But like a lot of players that play on that edge a little bit, sometimes it doesn't go that way. And that's where he has to make sure that every one of these little moments, and I don't think a non-call is one of those moments, to be honest with you. Every player has to play through a hook or a hold or a slash. So it's more the ones, like I said, there was 2 cross checks over the last couple of weeks I thought were pretty blatant. I remember the one in Winnipeg. The other one's eluding me right now, but those are the ones where you're upset. 'Cause it's on your neck and head, right? That's, those get your attention more than a hold or so. But that's what's in front of him, and that's what we need. And as I said before, hopefully he gets the ones he deserves. And other than that, I don't know what else to say about it other than just keep playing, kid, because we keep pushing through. I didn't think Grizz had was clean tonight, and so Riley has played with Carlo in the past. Putting Mike on the right, Fluto, we know has been left most of this year, is going to be a challenge at times. So, but if that's the best 6, if he's on the right with Forbert, then we're going to look at that. And I don't know what that'll be going forward, but that was the reason behind it. And whether Kevin went back to it later in the game, more familiarity, I'm not sure if he finished that way. But at the end of the day, that's why I thought we weren't very clean in the back end, or those guys could have been cleaner. Now Forby, unfortunately, got stuck in an elevator today, so he had a little bit of an emergency getting over here. So we're going to excuse him a little bit for being taking a while to get his legs going, because I thought he wasn't clean early on either. Maybe being with Grizz, that would help him a little bit. Mike on a strong side, so it was nothing more than that. I'm not sure exactly. It wasn't in the TD Garden, so it must have been, right? So he had a little bit of a scare. Forbes kind of, if you know him, is pretty laid back, so I can't imagine he was all that rattled. But other than, he might have to pay a fine for being late to the game. But anyway, interesting day for him.
Is that a new one?
It is. Yeah, I've never heard that a player say that. Maybe he just overslept. He didn't want to tell us. I don't know, but yeah.